All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hope everybody's feeling good this morning. How you feel? Let them know where you from. Rep your city. Let them know we in the house. I'm about to give you a little something this morning I think that can help. We getting ready for Kaizen Academy this weekend. Always one of my favorite times of the month. I guess that's a better way I could have said that. But yeah, this Saturday at 7 p.m., man, we doing Laws of Attraction Part 3. Have y'all been enjoying the first two? Let me know. Let me know. What's up, Jada? Good morning, Queen. Who else we got in the house? Y'all been enjoying the first two? I'm about to call in on this live line. Okay, I see YouTube checking in. We got Facebook checking in. We got Twitter coming through in the clutch. That's what I'm talking about. Entrepreneurship is in the house. Our Facebook group, Black Achievement Fund, is up in here. Hadassah, what's up, Hadassah? Let me call in on this live line, kings and queens. Let's get it. Jada,
You
I
have
never
something
knew
special.
you were
have
in
greatness in
Crestview.
you. Hello, this is Les Brown.
Do you
and
know
you're in the
Crystal
right
Reynolds?
place at the right time because we're going to
Please enter your.
My man Don Lamar is in the
Thank
house.
you. Please announce yourself.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
All participants are muted. Entry and exit tones are off.
Okay, okay. Good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. I hope everybody's feeling good this morning. My name is Haziq Ali, man, and if I ain't nothing else, I hope I'm living proof to you that you can do this thing, man. I hope I'm living proof to you that your business is worth a lot more than you think, a lot more than maybe you ever told, a lot more than you ever dared to consider. I'm here to tell you that there is no excuse for you having any money problems when you own a business. There's no excuse. Now, there's a bunch of reasons that you might be broke, but there's no excuse. And what I want to say to you this morning is that if you're here right now, what I want to say to you, if you're watching a replay and it's the afternoon, listen to me. Even if it's nighttime, I want you to know you're in the right place at the right time because my name is Haziq Ali, and as surely as that's my name, I'm not going to let you fail. Now, you got to participate in your own rescue, but if you follow the steps that I lay out for you, Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. If you'll just make it a pledge to find one jewel that you can use out of what I'm giving you, I'm guaranteeing you increase. Okay, okay. All right, we back in the house. Let them know we back in the house. All right, so in a nutshell, man, this weekend's Kaizen Academy is all about law of attraction. Some of you have been with us since 2 weeks ago when we started discussing the atom, and we talked about these basic building blocks of the universe. Then the second week, we started talking about the brain. Well, this week, we're talking about business, and that's why I'm about to give it to you the way I am with these business principles, because I want you to start looking at your business like it's the resource that it is. This weekend on Law of Attraction, everything, not that you wanted to know, but everything that matters about law of attraction, because there's so much to talk about. I try my best to congeal it into the pieces that you can immediately use, or that will immediately, on a subconscious level, expand your perception of what's possible. That's why I went so deep into the atom. That's why I went so deep into the brain. Okay, but now we're going to get into the business. So I'm going to teach you everything about when you leave this class. You're going to know. Mark my words. Put my name on it. You're going to know the difference between being passionate and obsessed. and which one you should be. Isn't that an interesting question? Should you be passionate about your business or should you be obsessed with your business? Which one should you choose and why? What else are you going to learn? You're going to learn the one element that most, if not all, these financial goals you have that you ain't hit yet. I'm going to show you the one thing that you're missing. I'm going to show you the one element you're missing. We're going to talk about the most important numbers in your business. We're going to talk about the 8 different types of intelligence so that you can understand, that it takes all of us to help each of us. It takes each of us to help all of us. We all we got, but we all we need. You may have a certain discipline that you're much better at than me. I got to learn to delegate or stagnate. Everybody catching me? Crystal Reynolds in the house. I appreciate that, Queen. Hey, Crystal, did you know Jada was from Crestview, Florida? Did you know that? Do you know Miss Jada Cooper? Man, y'all better get to know each other in this millionaire-minded thing of ours. Um, so I won't do too much shameless promotion. Y'all know I'm not big on trying to sell you everything while you here in the house with us, but I do want you to understand that like you don't want to miss this weekend's class. Um, we're going to talk about the most critical mistake that people make when they are acknowledging their weaknesses. Okay. We're gonna discuss why finding some way to be extraordinary is mandatory. If you're gonna use law of attraction in your business, you're gonna have to find a way to be extraordinary. Now, luckily for you, extraordinary don't mean you do a bunch of extraordinary stuff. It just means you put a little extra with the ordinary stuff you do. It means you're doing even small things extraordinarily well. And then one of the main powerful pieces of this class this weekend is that we're going to talk about the 3 pillars of creating that business vision. Some of you going into the second half of the year, right? Because we're now in July. This is the last 6 months of the year, baby. And some of you going into the second half of the year find yourself wanting a business vision, but aren't quite sure how to do it. So check it out. That's where we're about to go with it, baby. Is everybody ready? That's law of attraction. If you're ready for this weekend's class, somebody give me Kaizen Academy in the comments. Somebody give me Kaizen Academy in the comments. Yeah, Crystal. Jada in here straight from Crestview, Florida. You got to love it. Look at that. Ain't that something? So now Jada and Crystal going to start linking up. And Jada's like, nah, I don't know Crystal. Crystal clear my right hand, Jada. See, you're going to get to know her. All right, y'all ready? Let's get into these 4 business principles from some of the richest people on the planet. These are from the Forbes list. Now, my own company just now hit the Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing companies in the world. And we've actually got some incredible news about that coming up. But I ain't gonna give it away right now. But here's what I want. Yeah, Kaizen Academy, baby. Let them know. Kaizen Academy in the house. My Kaizenites. The birthday girl, Mrs. Goins, is in this joint. What's up, Allie? Everybody wish my homie Allie a happy birthday. Yeah, Kaizen Academy. All my Kaizenites is in the house. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so y'all already know what it is. Let's get into it. Because I'm trying to tell you, if you need advice for your business, you can scour the internet, find all these useless kind of like platitudes, right? But most of them is just going to be really generic. It's not going to give you anything you can immediately use. We hate that around here, millionaire minded. I prefer to find people who have been there, done that, and gotten a t-shirt because things look good on paper until they leave the paper. You know what I mean? I'm not a big believer in just theory. I think you got to be in the dog eat dog world of business. I think you got to be on the front lines of capitalism, ducking bullets and dodging, knives. You hear me? And moving out the way when the knives come for your back. You get what I'm saying? And I believe that breeds you a little bit differently. I believe that makes you into a little bit different of a person. So what I want to do is give you real life rules from real life entrepreneurs. And I want to challenge you to think about how you can apply each of these to your business. If we have a deal here, let me see you type in the comments, I'm committed. Let me see you type in the comments, I'm committed. Yeah, all them happy birthday Allies is coming in. Now, if Allie was on point, then what she would do right now is put her Cash App in the comments so we could put it on the screen and then everybody can show some birthday love to Mrs. Allie Goins. Yeah, I still see them Kaizen Academies coming in. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yeah. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Of course. Dion, this is about to be your first Kaizen Academy? Oh my goodness, bro. You about to woo-hoo-hoo. I can't wait till y'all hear from Dion on Monday and he tells you how the Kaizen Academy feels. Okay, y'all committed. I love it. Y'all committed. Hey Bryant, I owe you a 90-day planner, bro. So I got your message yesterday. You won one of our Black History prizes during Black History Month. That was February, and we just about to get your planner out today. All right, everybody's committed. Hey, tell her, Tanya, put your Cash App up, boo. All right, let's get it. All right, here goes her Cash App. I'm gonna let her live with the Cash App for a minute while we get into this. All right, everybody ready? 4 business values from the top 4 richest people in the world. If everybody's ready, we're gonna get into it right now. Here's the first one: Bill Gates. Bill Gates, Annette. Bill Gates is the first one I'm gonna give you. Now you know Bill Gates' name has started to be almost synonymous with wealth, but I'm gonna tell you what Bill Gates' name should be synonymous with. Somebody put this in the comments. Bill Gates equals partnerships. Bill Gates equals partnerships. Put that in the comments, somebody. Bill Gates equals partnerships. Bill Gates equals partnerships. Bill Gates equals partnerships. From the very beginning, Bill Gates was a hustler, y'all. I can tell you so many stories about Bill Gates. Like one time he went to this political convention and bought up a bunch of the buttons from one of the candidates and then sold them as political memorabilia. So he bought up all the buttons, about this guy that lost to Nixon, I guess it was, McGovern, I think his name was. He buys up all of the buttons, the buttons you'll wear on your little denim jacket or whatever. He buys them up for like a dime and then sells them for like $5 each. Bill Gates been a hustler. But I want you to write this down. Bill Gates' main way of hustling has been through partnerships. And from, in London, they always got this sign when you're in the train system. It says, mind the gap. Bill Gates has been finding the gap. You hear me? Bill Gates focuses on partnerships and finding gaps in the industry that he's playing in and seeing where he can come up. Check it out. He did not mind playing second fiddle to some behemoth level companies when he was beginning. He knew that if he could just latch on to somebody that's going in the right direction, then eventually opportunity is going to present itself. I don't know how many of you know this story, but when he first approached IBM, he had started this company called Microsoft. When he approached IBM, it was so he could act as what's called an intermediary for this joint venture with another company called Digital Research. Now, when Digital Research backed out, he suddenly saw a market gap. Now, some of y'all would have been upset when this company backs out. We went through something like this similar with our own financial services company. Way before we drilled down into fintech, we had a partner that was handling a lot of our stuff for us, but they dropped the ball or just weren't interested in investing in the areas that we needed more capacity. And guess what? We saw a gap. We jumped right in the gap. But back to Bill Gates, what I'm saying to you is Microsoft was never really the major player. They were a small part of a much larger plan. But check it out. Soon they had gained enough experience working with these giants that they were able to leave them behind. MITS, MITS don't exist no more. Digital Research no longer exists. IBM don't even make PCs no more. Don't forget, Microsoft, they come to IBM. IBM don't even make personal computers anymore. But Microsoft still gets used. As a matter of fact, it's the world's most used operating system. It all started from partnerships. Bill Gates will tell you over and over again, our success has really been based on partnerships from the very beginning. Can I get a witness? Here's my second one. Somebody say Zara. Y'all know the clothing store Zara? It's one of my favorite stores. I'd be surprised if at all times I don't have something on that I got from Zara. I mean, they're just amazing, right? Somebody say Zara equals speed and customer obsession. Now, the guy who owns Zara, his name is Amancio Ortega. Amancio Ortega. Amancio Ortega. That's his name. Amancio, Amancio Ortega, in case anybody wants to Google it. But I just said Zara because the name of his firm is Inditex Fashion Group, but that's who owns Zara. He's the co-founder of Inditex Fashion Group. That's who owns Zara. So just to be short, and just so you can put it in your power book, somebody say Zara equals speed and customer obsession. There is not a better rags to riches story than Amancio Ortega. There is not a better one you'll find. This guy co-founded Zara, but he started off as somebody that was just stitching shirts. When he launched Zara in 1975, he introduced a new, if you're a Kaizenite, we're not about having an improvement offer. If you're going to be millionaire minded, your offer, I don't care what kind of business you have, your offer has to feel like the new way to do it. When we get finished with this law of attraction series, I'm going to get into revenue acceleration. We're going to drill down deep into it. Maybe I'll start that in August or September. I'll let you know. But here's the point. Listen to me. You can't go for better, stronger, faster. People yawn because that's still putting the responsibility on them. What you got to do, if you really want to win in business, is you've got to create an offer that feels new, different, and interesting, like a complete blue ocean. Well, what Amancio Ortega did is he decided to focus on speed and customer obsession to introduce what he called the fast fashion supply system. What's the fast fashion supply system? It's a way to give the customers what they want before anybody else even recognizes there's been a change. You hear me? This strategy, combined with Ortega's obsession about basing the new looks that he sells in a store on the customer's desires, that means what is he doing? He's constantly competing with himself. Check it out. This guy is not some business mogul. But what he's decided is that there is a big gap in the marketplace for people who will fulfill your deepest fashion desires twice a week, but put it all in limited runs. You only got 48 hours to buy something out, Zara, before it's gone forever. This is an automatically scarcity demanding product. It's like he automatically creates scarcity, so he automatically creates high demand. Is somebody feeling me here? And when CNBC did a profile on this fool, what they figured out is that it's really his observational skills. His fashion acumen, not so much. He ain't quite the one you would see at Fashion Week in Paris. But let me tell you what, maybe you would, because he's about observation. This is a dude that follows customer blogs. This is a dude that's always watching the feedback because he wants to stay trendy. You get me? He wants to be super customer centric. Am I making sense? And just by staying customer centric, which is constantly changing, he's always fashionable. The customer has to become your main center of attention. The customer has to become your main focus. You should not be looking for products that you can sell to some random customer. You should be looking for customers. You should be looking to build a cult. You should be looking to build a fan base. You should be looking to build a following. And then from there, you figure out what you want to sell to them. Isn't that how Rihanna got rich? Did Rihanna get rich off her music, or did Rihanna get rich off her cult following? Like, hey, y'all, this the kind of shoes we buying. Hey, y'all, this the kind of lingerie we buying. Hey, y'all, now I'm going to compete with Victoria's Secret and knock them off the #1 spot when I'm really a musician. No, you're really somebody with a fan base. And the more automated the world gets, the more we long for personal connection with the brands. Am I making sense? Let's keep going. Somebody say Warren Buffett equals leadership. Warren Buffett equals leadership. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, this is a man that doesn't believe in micromanagement. He's probably the most inspirational person we're going to talk about this morning. I believe Warren Buffett could have been a spoken word artist, but check this out, y'all. You need to understand that even though this dude has inspired all of these billion-dollar businesses from Microsoft or AMZ Insight, you know what I mean? What you have to understand about this dude is that he's a fervent believer. This is probably the world's, he's usually top 3 richest man in the world. He's all about, how can I find people that are wiser than me? Isn't that interesting? King Solomon said, with all you're getting, make sure you get understanding, right? This man was the richest, had the most wives, and he was still fighting for more understanding. Maybe that's a clue, y'all, because Warren Buffett is primarily going to be an investor in companies he believes have future potential and growth. He ain't necessarily looking at their past. He's looking at their future. When he's buying companies, he's looking at the management team. He's looking at the general human resources of the company. Why? Because after he finds people that are good, and then he finds a system that's so good that they don't even need a good person to run it, like even an idiot can run it, but you happen to not have idiots in place, y'all with me? He can stay hands off. So his basic formula is, check it out: hire well and manage little. Somebody write that in the comments. Listen to me. If I'm in a personal relationship with you, if I'm in a business relationship with you, it's going to take a whole lot more for me to be not trusting. It's going to take a whole lot more energy for me to not be able to believe that you're going to show up when you said you were going to show up. If you tell me we meeting at 11 o'clock, it's going to take a whole lot more energy if I have to guess whether 11 really means 11:30, or have to guess whether 11 really means 11:15, or have to guess whether 11 really means 1 p.m. Listen to me. You've got to get into a place where once I trust you, once I hire you, I must trust you. Stop micromanaging people. You got to understand that ain't even real delegation. You still doing it. Trust them. Is it going to get done as well as I would do it, Hazik? Well, no, it's not. But you got to be willing to give that up in exchange for volume. You got to be willing to give that up in exchange for massive growth. Check it out. What we're going to do is hire well and manage little. Hire well and manage little. When you got so many companies under your wing, people like Richard Branson, people like Elon Musk, people like Warren Buffett, people like you cannot afford to spend your valuable time doing minimum wage work. You better stop playing with yourself. Am I making sense, y'all? Am I making sense? If this is making sense, somebody say hire well and stop micromanaging. Acquire the best human resources you can find and then let them loose, baby. Let loose the hounds. Keep full confidence in the people you invest in. Otherwise, don't invest in them. Am I making sense? Warren Buffett has a quote. He's like, pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours, and you'll naturally drift in that direction. Somebody write that in the comments. Kind of like how we say the 5 people you hang out with, you'll be the average of them. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Write this down, y'all. Pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours, and you're going to naturally drift in that direction. This is the power of culture. You know, if your cousin keep hanging out with gangbangers, how long before he robs a liquor store? You know what I'm saying? Am I making sense? Here's the last one I got for you, y'all. My man Slim Halou. So far we went through Bill Gates, we went through Warren Buffett, we went through Amancio Ortega, and now I'm taking it back to Latin America for Carlos Slim Halou. My man Slim, and that's an opposite nickname. You know what I mean? Because he's actually kind of a like barrel-chested kind of dude. And people don't know a lot about this dude except knowing that he made a lot of money in telecommunications. He was like the reigning richest man in the world from like 2010 to maybe 2013, something like that. But here's the thing about my man Carlos Slim. There's one statement that he makes about competition that I felt y'all would probably want to hear this morning. And it's that competition makes you better. Always. Always competition makes you better. Even if the competitor wins. Somebody give me that in the comments. Competition makes you better. Competition makes you better. Competition makes you better even if the competitor wins. Don't leave that sentence out. Competition makes you better even if the competitor wins. Yeah, man. Pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours, and you're naturally going to drift in that direction. Don't get it twisted. Now, my man Slim, he's always been the type that embraces competition. But what I want to ask you about is you. When you see competition, do you cower? Do you try to burn down your competitors? You know, he's from Mexico. And you know that's what they do in Mexico, but that's never been his style. He loves the fact that this other company is always running neck to neck with him. He's got this other company called Telefonica that's in Mexico. And he loves the fact that he's going back to back with them. He loves the fact that he's going, I said back to back, but I meant toe to toe with them. He loves the battle. He loves the competition. He loves feeling like he's in the middle of a conquest. And this is the thing. Even though your competitor, the way he looks at it, and I invite you to look at it too, even though they may win a couple months in a row, They may win a month or two or a month or three, right? You got to get back somehow. And now you have something there pushing you to be better. Because don't you see, if they didn't exist, you wouldn't even have that driving force that you have. Don't you see that if they didn't exist, you would probably drift into mediocrity? Only thing that flows downstream is a dead fish. Only thing that goes with the flow is something that's dead, right? So what we got to do, if we don't have any competition because we've niched down so well, we got to find some. Millionaires, competition for the markets should be exhilarating for you. You and your team wanting to crush everybody else that would dare to be in it. That could be a little goal for you. Now they always use this term. They say friendly competition. What do we mean? We mean we're not trying to destroy them because we know that competition always makes us better. If you never understood what the word friendly competition means, like how is this friendly if I'm literally trying to demoralize and destroy and dominate them, right? How could it be friendly? Well, here's the answer to that. You're not trying to destroy them. You're trying to dominate. You're trying to race them to see who can provide the best service, who can provide the best customer fulfillment speed, okay? Who can provide the best experience, but who wins? The world. The world, Craig. All right. I hope that was helpful. So put Carlos Slim equals competition is good. Carlos Slim equals competition is good. All right. Make sure you follow your boy on Instagram, No Money Down King. You know, you could catch it when I give it out every morning. It's all to the good. I hope this was helpful for you. If anybody wants to rock with us on this law of attraction training, anybody that knows my life knows that I'm practicing what I preach. Right now, we're about to go do our affirmations because that's a part of law of attraction. In the beginning was the word. If God created everything we see around us with words and we were made in God's image, who am I to not use that power? But we just don't know what we don't know. We just don't know what we don't know. So that's why I spent so much time on your brain and giving you the 6 faculties of the mind last time. Everybody remember the 6 faculties of the mind? I'm going to cash app somebody $100 right now if you can list the 6 faculties of the mind. Anybody that was on that last Kaizen Academy, even if you weren't on the last Kaizen Academy, if you can name me the 6 faculties of the mind in the next 2 minutes, then I'm going to send you $100. I'm going to send you $100. Anybody? Anybody going to try? All right, see? But when you understand these 6 faculties of the mind, it's a whole new world. But check it out. It's will, intuition, perception, reason, imagination, and memory. That's what makes you top of the food chain. That's what makes you top of the food chain. Reason, imagination, memory, will, intuition, and perception. That's what makes you top of the food chain. Everybody with me? Man, that was a real good try right there. That's a real good try right there. You know how I always remember it real quick? It's like they taught you in school, like them mnemonic devices. I always go whip rim, WIPRIM. That's how I remember. Because some of y'all be like, how is his memory so good? Like, how is he? I just got a bunch of devices and frameworks in my head. I'm going to do a whole class on memory too. But check it out, y'all. Will, intuition, perception, reason, imagination, and memory are the 6 faculties of the mind. But what a shame you were never taught how to use them. That's how deep we going in this law of attraction stuff. But check it out, though. First week was the atom. You can watch that in the archives. The second week was the brain. You can watch that in the archives. And this week we're talking about business. It's affirmation time. Repeat after me like you mean it, millionaire. Say like you mean it. And if you want to come to the Kaizen Academy tomorrow, then just send me a link like, hey, I want to participate, and I'll send you the link. You can usually do that for like $30 or something. You can't even get some McDonald's for $30. You know what I mean? All right, repeat after me. Say it like you mean it. I am so happy and grateful